Yeah, I just wanted to say I attended the award ceremony this past week at Mrs. Marrero and Mrs. Cruz invited me, and me and Rita went, and we had a good time, and we want to thank both of you for inviting us and showing that our kids can excel and transition from English to Spanish to English. So we want to thank you on that. I do also want to commend Mr. Sanchez for all his community involvement in helping the bilingual students and so on. So we owe a debt of gratitude to Mr. Sanchez on that. So I do want to thank him on that. And I do also want to thank everybody who's coming to these meetings. Please come. Please continue coming. We need you, because if we don't hear from you, we're not going to know what we're doing wrong. So again, I want you guys here. I want the people to express their opinions, because you know what? We don't have all the answers. We'll make mistakes. Just give us the opportunity to do what's best, and 9 out of 10 times we'll do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Okay. First thing I would like to address is this issue regarding algebra.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Can't hear you. And the math committee that the teacher talked about, that it was already set up. So I'm a little bit confused as to what committee has to be formed.
The school itself set up a committee to address the math issue. Previously, it is my understanding that courses could be formed without any oversight from the district office. I'm not aware of any process that was put in place. Although many of the teachers at in the math department thought that information was being translated up to us, it was not. So we are developing a process to address development of new courses. This is a new course, Math Essentials, and it is a although they are combining Algebra 1 and Algebra, the 2-year Algebra class, they want to put a course in before that. And before we just automatically approve that, we wanted to go through a process that is.
Will the process take longer than the teachers are feeling it necessary to have ready for the beginning of the year?
I believe it will, because we need to make sure that there is a syllabus.
So then we are again delaying.
Communicated.
So we're again delaying education. Talk to me, somebody.
I don't know if we're delaying education, but on one side of the table, you all are asking us to be very fiscally responsible. We did an audit at the high school back in October, and we found some classes that were not staffed appropriately to justify the expenditure of monies for our teachers. Now, this is a new class that's being requested to be offered, but as was indicated by the lady at the microphone and Dr. Levy, that somehow or other, the request that the committee wrote never did make its way here for consideration. When it did become a part of the landscape that we're now dealing with, we have to make certain that we have the materials that this class will require, we have the requisite number of students, and that the class will pass muster. When you look at the scores that are posted at the high school, our math, our reading scores are abysmal. So we want to be in a position where we can justify for you and to this community that not every course that a teacher can think of or a child may want to take is able to be offered. And unfortunately, we have found that there are classes where teachers have woefully 5 to 7 students comprising that class. And so we just want to bring some levity to the situation and let them know if we're going to have a new way, a new day, we certainly cannot continue to do business the way we've been doing. So I wanted to commend Dr. Lamping and the academic staff for jurying this process, and it's going to only be by our being able to do that with you that we can hopefully save some of the monies that you all are talking about wanting to save in other areas. No, it's not our goal to deny anyone anything, but we certainly have to make certain that there are some gatekeepers, if you will, because if not, the box will be running the henhouse.
Okay, and I understand all of that, okay, but my concern, okay, and the reason I'm sitting here is because of the students, okay, and their needs. And I guess one of the reasons why it really hits home is because there's going to be students that are going to still go without algebra. They're still going to go without algebra, but their parts of their ISAT testing, it has algebra on the test.
We offer algebra at the middle school. One of our concerns with automatically going with the algebra essentials is that we're going backwards. And we have algebra in the middle school, we're offering algebra 1 at the high school. This would be in between, it would be going backwards a little bit. And we wanted to make sure we had a solid oversight process in place to make sure that we weren't doing that. And so we need to see a syllabus, we need to see the scope and sequence. You don't just write on a piece of paper necessarily, here's a class. We need to see all those things, and we're trying to build that oversight process to assure that we have quality classes in our schools. Yes, they did create a committee. Yes, they are asking for this. And yes, unfortunately, it's coming to us at the end of February, early March, and it's coming late in this year. They thought it was already in the process. It was not. And at this point, we don't have this oversight process in place. We have to create it.